All right, guys, if you haven't been following the Drake Universal Music Group controversy surrounding Drake originally suing Universal Music Group, claiming that they inflated Kendrick Lamar's "Not Like Us" in cahoots with Spotify, where UMG would charge Spotify less, resulting in Spotify artificially boosting "Not Like Us." Well, Drake has since then dropped that lawsuit, dropped it, and he is now suing again, but this time is for defamation. Now, this would seem to be like a slam dunk case, considering, the allegations made of him being a PDF file, we all know are completely unfounded. I get that, people say, well, he was caught with this underage person or that underage person. But just because you're around him, that doesn't necessarily make you a PDF file. So as a result, Drake's career has hurt substantially. And it also hurt in him negotiating with Universal Music Group. And we also have Universal Music Group's response to the lawsuit. But I'll let entertainment, our lawyers, explain the lawsuit, who does a much better job right here.
Reading lesson for you dum-dums who think that this document somehow shows Drake winning some big W for him. Reading is fundamental. First paragraph. Petitioner Frozen Moments LLC. It's serving a notice telling the world that we want to withdraw the order to show cause. Fun fact.
So this is him withdrawing his original lawsuit.
It's not their order to show cause. They asked the court to issue it. The court did issue it. The court gave Universal until January 15 to respond. But oh, look what happened. Right before that deadline came up was second paragraph. A meet and confer. The parties met and conferred, which means we discussed, maybe by email, maybe by phone, maybe in person. When? A day before this document was filed. What did they discuss? They discussed this document. What happened at that meet and confer? Well, Drake's lawyers went to Spotify and they went to Universal and they said, hey, we want to drop this. When somebody comes to you and say, we want to drop this, you as the other side have a couple of options. You can consent. You can say, I'm cool with it. Tell the court I'm cool with it. Nobody did that. You can say, I have no objection. Tell the court I have no objection with the court letting you do that. That's what Spotify said. You could do what Universal did, which is, don't tell the court nothing about me. I'm a reserve. I'll do what I need to do. You go do what you need to do. It sounds like before I file my response, you need to go in there and try to end this because you might get flamed out. Good luck. And that's what Universal did. And that's not a settlement. That's not a win for Drake. That is on the day before Universal was about to file its response, you went to Universal and said, can I tell the court to drop this? And Universal said, don't tell the court nothing about me. Go. Tell them to try to drop it if you want them to try to drop it. Let's do a little.
Now, here is the thing. As someone who is getting sued, him dropping it before he respond could be him dodging some accountability for legal fees. Now, I'll give you my take on this off the rip before we get to Universal Music Group's response. Drake is likely going to get cooked. I get it that he may not be, quote unquote, a PDF file, but this is a monumental case. People don't understand that if Drake wins this case, you would never be able to say anything, quote unquote, fictitious in a song, again, about anyone, any beefs that you get in. All right, now let's keep it going. He's going to explain a little bit more to what's going on with the lawsuit.
Just filed, he basically ditched cut bait on the last lawsuit and now is trying something new. New claims, new parties, suggesting that the last one was an abject failure and he's going to try this one. Sad part about this one, he could have filed this one in the first place. This one just claims that Universal Music Group is liable for defamation because they put the song out there, Not Like Us. Not Like Us calls him a pedophile, and he is, in fact, not a pedophile. That's this lawsuit, guys. That's what he's saying. He's saying that, hey, they put the song out there, Not Like Us. It calls him a pedophile, and that's just false. The other part of the lawsuit says that there's cover art and there's a music video, and all of that continues to portray him as a pedophile and as a criminal. This has real-world consequences to his reputation. You know what has real-world consequences to your reputation? Going in a rap battle, getting washed, going to court with some kooky theory about bots and payola to radio, and then ditching, cutting bait, saying, nah, forget all that, and then going and suing the label because the rap battle that you were in, somebody called you a pedophile in a rap. That's That's what actually harmed your reputation, bro. What harmed your reputation is you. It wasn't the pedophile line.
Now, a lot of people are going to blame Drake's career harm on him filing a lawsuit, which, I mean, one could probably make that case. Like, yeah, you did that. Now, before we get to what's going on with Drake's Universal Music Group's response, you can see that DJ Academics has reported that Drake is suing Universal Music Group in federal court for 3 claims: defamation, harassment, and violation of New York general business law using bots to falsely inflate streams. So it looks similar to the original petition for information. However, you add defamation and harassment. Now, this lawsuit seems to be, I can't find the court docs, but I hear it's 80 pages long as he tries to prove that, hey, they did this. Now, I do have Universal Music Group's response, who signed Drake, I think, 2022 to a $400 million deal. And here's Universal Group's official response to Drake's latest lawsuit. Now, the headline says he calls it illogical, but let's hear what they said. They had to say verbatim. In response, a Universal Music Group spokesman said, "Not only are these claims untrue, but the notion that we would seek to harm the reputation of any artist, let alone Drake, is illogical. We have invested massively in his music, and our employees around the world have worked tirelessly for many years to help him achieve historic commercial and personal financial success." This is a true statement.
That's a truthful statement.
A label can make or break you, can make or break a record if you got label support. They go on to say, throughout his career, Drake has intentionally and successfully used Universal Music Group to distribute his music and poetry to engage in conventionally outrageous back and forth rap battles to express his feelings about other artists. He now seeks to weaponize the legal process to silence an artist's creative expression and to seek damages from Universal Music Group for distributing that artist's music, which is Kendrick. If you guys don't know, Universal Music Group wins. If Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, Universal Music Group wins because they distribute both parties' music. So it's like two brothers fighting, and mom is about to profit off of them. We have not and do not engage in defamation against any individual. I already see what line they're going to play. Hey, we didn't say anything. So if you want to sue for defamation, sue Kendrick. I think that's the route they're going to go. The statement concludes, "At the same time, we will vigorously defend this litigation to protect our people and our reputation, as well as any artist who might directly or indirectly become a frivolous litigation target for having done nothing more than write a song." So they're going to defend Kendrick Lamar. That's going to be major. And this is overall a bad look for Drake. It's two-sided though, guys. It's two-sided. It's not as simple as he lost the beef and he's crashing out legally. It's contract renegotiation time was coming around. And with Not Like Us, they could lowball him. Like, hey, yeah, I know your last day was 400 million. And he would probably like, well, I'm looking for at least 600 million this time. And it's like, Ninja, you seen your numbers? Kendrick Lamar murdered you. Well, they didn't say that. They just said, hey, look at your numbers. Look at where you're trending at. 600 million is way too much for you right now. How about 200 million? How about 200 million, Drake? He like 200 million. Yeah, 200 million. And I bet you their response may allude to this being some type of negotiation tactic. But what do you guys think? Is Drake fair or foul for suing for defamation now, as opposed to suing for UMG and Spotify inflating Not Like Us? Let me know in the comment section. I'll see you next video. Peace.